for them. So to be able to talk about that, we have Megan and Lynn. So hi.
Hello.
My first question for both of you, and whichever one of you guys wants to answer first, is first of all, how long have you been at envol?
Well, I was there last year part-time,
Okay.
and this year full-time.
And what are you studying?
Right now I'm studying my French. Yeah.
Okay.
And last year I did English.
Good. How about you, Megan?
I've been there since September.
Oh, so you're just starting.
I'm just a new one.
Okay. What are you studying?
English, math, and computers.
Okay. So you're finishing your secondary then, I guess?
I already got my diploma,
Okay.
but I was away for a year and I wanted just to refresh my memory before I go to college.
Great. Okay. And how about you, Lynn?
I'm getting my diploma. I just need my French, so.
Okay. I think it's important to say, like you say, you were gone for a year, and I don't know how it was for you, Lynn, but to maybe say what kind of things, what kind of steps do we take to decide I'm going back to school to get this? Like from the day you start thinking maybe I should, to the day where you actually go to envol and say, you know, what's available. Like what kind of thoughts go through your head at that moment?
I was really nervous
Yeah.
of the people because there's older people that go and people my age, and I didn't want to disrupt the older people and
Yeah.
them thinking, oh, she's a young kid coming back here. And
But it's actually it's good
Yeah.
because everybody does their own thing, and it really they give you a lot of options. Like you can do like almost anything you want, and it's just to have the attitude and the motivation and everything just to do it.
Okay.
But yeah,
So that's what got you guys going,
Yeah.
is to be determined
yeah,
to do it.
yeah, and the staff is good to help you. The staff is like really willing to help do anything.
they're really behind you 100% in your
Oh, yeah.
choices. And
Do you maybe think that it's better at that level because it's a maybe smaller school? Do you think it would be different elsewhere?
I think it's better as a smaller school because everyone's like a family, the staff and the students and even the French class and the pulp and paper, like we know everybody, so it's a friendly environment to go to.
Yeah, it's a really good environment. Like, yeah, I really enjoy going there.
Enjoy it.
And I find it's easier to get help because it's smaller too, and there's not as many students to deal with, I guess.
Okay. You're not that far off at the bottom of the list kind of thing.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Going back to school on a personal level, what did it change for you guys? Like whether it be work or maybe family obligations. Like you said, you were away for a year. So what did it change to come back and say, I'm going back to school after traveling for a year? Or for you, like what did it change? Be it family, work, anything. What changed?
Nothing really for me because I just came from high school,
Okay.
so I just wanted to get my diploma.
Good.
There was a change for me because I was working and traveling, and I came home and I wasn't doing anything, and I was like, I really got to do something.
Okay.
So I decided to go back to school.
You're going back to school, and like you said, you're finishing your diploma. What are your ultimate goals? Like, what do you see yourselves doing after you get this diploma? What field of work do you want to go in, even?
I'm thinking of becoming a dentist.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to college and university, and yeah, that's
Good.
become a dentist.
So envol is kind of like a stepping stone for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like your
That's-
starting point.
Yeah, that's the beginning.
Okay. How about you, Megan?
I have a love for travel, but
Okay.
I'm not too sure. There's so many things out there, and I'm thinking of becoming an English as a second language teacher so I could teach in Europe and Africa and
Wow.
Asia. And
I was gonna say you could study languages, and then
Yeah,
you can go
just-
anywhere and teach
yeah.
or something. Perfect.
for sure.
Because, like we said, envol is maybe a smaller school, I'd like for each of you to take a turn in describing envol. Say somebody's never been there. What would you tell them about envol? What's different? Be it the technology, the support, the teachers. What is different
Well, I can compare it to high school.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
High school, you know, you have all these students and you're all teaching, like you're all being taught at the same time, and you don't really get that. If you don't understand, you have to wait and stuff. But here, the teachers are very helpful. The students are very helpful around you. Like if you don't get anything, you just look to your neighbor and they help you like that, you know, without a question. And the people there are very, very nice. Like it's a really wonderful place to be.
You all kind of fit in no matter
Yeah.
what kind of thing.
Yeah.
How about you, Megan? What do you think is different about it?
I find you have a more of a one-on-one relationship with your teacher, because not everybody's doing the same thing, and if you're having trouble, you go up to your teacher and she'll help you, and if she can't help you, she'll send you to the principal or something like that. So, and you move at your own pace. That's another big thing. Like usually at a high school, everyone's all together, and say you don't get it, you feel real dumb because other people are excelling and you're not, and you're pulling people down and stuff like that. But here it's not the same. Like if you don't get it, you're not pulling anybody else down.
So probably a lot less stressful when you know that you don't have to stop the whole class for you to be able to understand. Like I was talking about earlier, it is a school environment. So do you guys get any activities, like be it dances or fundraisers or stuff to have fun kind of thing? Do you guys do anything?
We do. Like we have a store in there, this and that. We raise money.
What's it called?
This and that.
This and that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very
This and that.
Yeah, it's a very cute store actually.
Okay.
We make, and then we also do like fundraisers. We do DDing, and we just had a car wash in the snow. That was quite chilly, but we had fun though. Yeah. We do a lot of things like that, you know.
We mostly fundraise we go on a trip at the end of the year, and the more we fundraise, the bigger we could.
So.
And it's pretty fun.
Yeah, we also donated. We donate to like fundraise, and then we donate to from our money.
Okay.
We get a lot of guest speakers in too. Like we had the game wardens in with their dog, and he showed us how the dog sniffs out stuff. And we had Andy Sage come in and talk to us about the Army and the different ways you could go to get in. And we're having someone for AIDS awareness, and we get a lot of guest speakers, and so.
I imagine that it must be more fun in the sense that not being such a big class, maybe you probably get a lot more out of the visitor, question-wise, information-wise. You get more time.
Actually, my class last year there was 10 students, and this year there's 22, I think.
Wow.
So it is bigger than my old class. So.
But I find that we're more mature because we're all there for something, for the same thing that we want to succeed in. We want our diplomas and stuff like that. We're not there just to goof around. So it's more of a mature level, I'd say.
Yeah, it is more a mature level.
Okay, that's a question I would ask you. Is you've been in high school, now you're at envol. What would you say is like the differences for you between the two?
Mostly the maturity.
Okay.
Yeah.
The teacher isn't as stressed
Yeah.
as in high school, I find.
They don't, like, they do push you, you know, kind of help you out, but they don't, like, put so much pressure
Okay.
than a high school would.
That's
Like-
an advantage.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You don't get so stressed out, you know, they're like, it's okay, you know, we'll get it and stuff.
I was thinking, Megan, since you've traveled for a year, I think Pierre had mentioned this to me, and if I'm wrong, just say, you know, Nat, you're completely wrong. But he mentioned something about life skills or life experience, maybe compensating for some classes. So do you think that maybe you could try and get some credits by the fact that, you know, you've traveled, you've lived it, you've been there?
I don't think you could get credits for it, but
No.
it was an awesome thing. I definitely learned a lot, life experience, and I grew up, and I was away from home for 7 months, so
Okay.
I definitely matured on my own without my family there. And
It's probably for you, school was viewed a bit differently than when you left. You had grown up and everything in school wasn't probably the same kind of issue than it was before.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's great. Another thing that you would see in, if either you go to Cégep or I think even in high school, I'm not sure, is work placement. Do they have that at Laval?
Yeah,
Or any of you in it? Or
Well, they don't. I find they don't have it at the high school here. They
Yeah.
don't have
Okay,
work
I'm
placement
not sure.
co-op.
No, they don't have it up there. But at Laval, there's a lot more options at Laval than I guess anybody would think. You know,
Yeah.
they'd really have to go there and see for themselves. You know, just
Like Michelle wants me to go into a co-op either here in North Bay for kindergarten school.
Okay.
I mean for a kindergarten class because I want to do kindergarten or grade 1. So she's going to try and get me into, her and Pierre are going to try to get me into a
Exactly.
co-op for that.
I think it's important to do that kind of stuff because it shows the person, and especially if you're at a younger age like you guys, if you're thinking of doing something and you know, you go to school and everything, and then you're out there and you find out, wait a minute, maybe that's not what I wanted to do.
yeah, that's what happened to me.
It's wasted time. But if you can do a co-op and experience it, you know right off the bat if you want to or
Yeah,
not.
because originally I wanted to be a firefighter. Like that was like my passion,
Okay.
but like now I'm second guessing it because I was originally a firefighter before
Okay.
for the reserve, but now it doesn't look like that's like my path I want to go down.
Good.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important because myself, I studied
Yeah.
business, and this is my passion, doing TV, and if I would have known, I would have studied
Yeah.
it. So to be able to find out at a younger
Yeah.
age.
I found this out this year actually that I wanted to become a dentist instead of a firefighter. So actually it's a big difference, but
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very drastic career change.
yes, it is. But
Definitely. One of the other aspects of school always is financial help. Do you know if there is any available at Laval, and are you guys receiving any, and how is it being handled to buy the books and maybe, you know, the lunches
well,
and
I
everything?
worked on the reserve this year for human resource development.
Okay.
And I think because I worked for them, they pay like my tuition and my books. Yeah, that's where I
Okay.
get the money for it.
So that's a service that you get because you help
Yeah.
them by working. How about you, Megan?
I just have an after-school job.
Okay, well, that's a way to do it.
But I find Laval is like really cheaper because if, say, you're only in there for English,
Okay.
a book costs $5.
Okay.
And
it's
so
not
the
that
prices are
bad.
really cheap, I find.
Yeah.
They're really reasonable. So.
Compared to if you were to go to a different school, like
Okay.
Definitely.
I think also it's important to say that the diploma that you guys get at Laval is recognized throughout the province and everywhere. It's just as important as you know, a recognized high school.
it's exactly the same as a high
Exactly,
school.
and I think that's a misconception that people have, that it might
Yeah.
not be an equivalency, and it is.
It is.
And
like,
the
it's-
difference is, I find at Laval you have more choices and you don't need certain things to graduate, but in high school you have to do them.
Yeah.
And here you don't. Like, I took
Yes.
chemistry, but I didn't take physics at the high school. And
Yeah.
here they offer you chemistry, physics,
Yeah, but there's
science,
still-
biology, but you don't have to. They don't
Yeah,
push
it's
it
an
upon
option.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The only requirements is your English and your French.
Do you feel that maybe since it is an adult education school that you are more part of the process, like compared to, like you said, in high school, you know, you get your schedule and you're going to take chemistry, you're going to take music
Yeah.
or gym or whatever be it, and then you go to Laval a couple of years after
And
or
you
whatever,
just-
and you're in charge.
Yeah, you are.
basically.
Yeah,
So,
you choose
know,
what you want to do and when you want to do it.
Yeah, you have like a freedom, but then again, it's not
yeah, it's
really like you
still
have to
you
follow.
have to, but it's not as regimented. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you fill in a sheet saying what you're gonna work on, and
Perfect.
it's up to you for that hour if you're gonna work or you're just gonna stare off into space.
Look at the walls.
Yeah, you're not gonna get in
Yeah.
trouble, but
Okay.
like it's
Yeah.
how long do you want to be in there type
So it's
thing.
up to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. My last question, and it's mostly for the people that are watching the show, is I'm going to ask each one of you to maybe encourage somebody that's watching the show and thinking, you know, should I go back to school or shouldn't I? What would you tell them about your own experience and if it's worth it or not?
I would say go back. Like if you have the chance, like we talked to students in our class and they're like, yeah, it's a big second chance, you know.
Okay.
Like if they have the chance to go back, you know, I think they should. Because it's very good in the end just to have a diploma, even if it's just a high school. Like it's something, it's big just to have that. And then and there's so many choices there, and if you choose to go on to bigger things and even if you don't, you'll always have your diploma.
Exactly. That's the one thing that nobody can take away from you,
Yeah.
is your diploma.
Yeah.
It's a
Once
feeling
you
of
have it, it's yours.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like you accomplish something and it feels good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely say go for it. Even if you're 60, I'd
Yeah.
say go for it. And
Yeah.
if you're nervous because there's all the young teenagers in there, and
Yeah.
I'll say don't feel nervous at all because we're just as nervous.
Yeah,
And-
when everybody went there, everybody was nervous.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
normal. It's a new environment. It's a big step in life to
Yeah.
decide to, finish your high school or move on to a career. It's a very big decision, whether you're 20 or 60.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You become like a big family. Like everybody just connects. Sure,
Yeah, everybody's...
there's more grouchy people
Yeah.
than others,
No.
but it's
Yeah.
it's just like.
But
a
everybody's
family.
welcoming, if a new person comes in, hey, we're just very welcoming.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Yeah.
we love to get new people.
Yeah, we enjoy that.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that really we'll have accomplished what I wanted to do, is to show people that ordinary people can go back to school. L'Envol is there. It's a great place to be, and it's, like I said, for you two, really, I think a stepping stone to what'll be
Yeah.
great futures, because you're still young and plenty of time to get out there. So thank you very much for coming on the show, and I wish you guys plenty of luck, whether you choose to travel again, or maybe go back to being a fireman or a dentist that does fire rescues in the spare time. Whatever, really basically, you guys are still young and you've taken the first step to moving ahead. That's what people have to realize, that anybody can do it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, so you've lived it, Slice of Home with me, Natalie. It was my one and only. Next week, I assure you that Lisa will be back, probably all nice and tanned and warm from her trip. I hope you enjoyed your little maybe 15 minutes watching me, and stay tuned. Next week, Lisa will be back. Bye.
When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I haver, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I won't